My name is Oshun the Great, and I wanted to discuss today how my Hawaii trip went when I was spending time in Maui. So, for some of you who've been keeping up with my trip so far, I am from Florida and I jumped my way to Hawaii to start my adventures. My first trip far away from home. Um, but initially, when I came to Hawaii, I was working on a cruise ship. I got offered a job there, and they flew me out, um, being an employee with them. And that's actually how I made it to Hawaii. Initially, Hawaii, to get from Florida to where I was just going, I ended up in Maui first, and that's where they kind of bought our tickets to land in the Maui Island. Those tickets are pretty expensive from Florida to there. I want to say around at least off rip you're gonna expect a grand, or 1,500. But that was before I knew about a site called Sky Scanner. Now you guys are gonna learn a lot of mistakes from a lot of mistakes that I made, and hopefully you can learn how to travel cheaper. But overall, Hawaii was pretty expensive. Like when people say it's expensive, it really is expensive. Um, but sadly, I don't have a lot of footage of my Maui trip that I can physically show you guys on here because my equipment sucks ass right now. But hopefully in the future, you guys can get a better grip of how my trips look and all that. If you do follow me on Instagram, though, you can see bits and pieces of waterfalls that I've seen, different places of Maui. Like that is where I post all my stuff so far since I can't really film and edit right now with the crappy phone that I have. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram to keep up with my adventures and my daily free tarot readings, you can follow me at Oshun underscore the Great. Now, my journey so far, I have been living a life of wanderlust, and I'm still fairly new to it actually because I've only just gotten out of Hawaii like a few days ago, and now I'm in Cali, and that was kind of like a trip on a whim. I spent about 2.5 weeks in Hawaii, in Maui specifically. I had to choose between Oahu and Maui because those are the most islands that I was drawn to. But overall, I picked Maui, and Maui was so beautiful. The energy was so light and relaxing, and it's so healing. If you're a person who is looking to go somewhere that's very healing, very calm, very slow pace, Maui would be the place. Um, quick recap. So when I came to my trip was paid for initially through the job I was working, but again, you can check tickets through Sky Scanner. um, oh, the connection is bad. Hold on. Sorry guys, my connection is messing up. Okay, so you can check through scanner. My signal's so bad. I'm in the woods right now, so at a friend's house, and I don't want to show his whole house, but so yeah, you can check through Skyscanner to get cheaper tickets. But coming in Maui, I really like the energy. I went there initially because I did end up jumping ship, meaning I only worked my job 3 months, and I was supposed to work my contract for 5. But as soon as I saved enough money, I was like, I'm out because ship life just wasn't for me. And I made a video, if you guys want to check it out, what it's like to work on a cruise ship. But I went ahead and went to Maui first, and I don't regret that because it was really beautiful. After a while, you just kind of get tired of being on an island. So I didn't really stay there and live there. Plus, it is very expensive. All the food there off rip, it's like everything you expect to be taxed out the ass. Like everything is so overtaxed. especially the food, you're gonna start off rip with everything is like $5 and up. Like all the stuff that might be cheap in your neighborhood, like I know in Florida, all the noodles and shit were really cheap. All the stuff that college students could probably survive off of. It's a little like overtaxed in Hawaii, like all the basic shit, especially in the tourist towns, obviously, because they're just trying to get as much money as they can from you. So food is very expensive. I wish I could next time. When I think about it, I learned a lot from this trip because now I can actually film. Like when I go places, I'm just gonna start filming the fucking grocery stores and stuff, and showing you guys how expensive things are. Like I'm getting a lot of ideas right now. But I was there 2.5 weeks, and hopefully you guys learn from my mistakes because I went initially with almost 3 grand, and I spent almost basically like two in like 2.5 weeks because I was hostel hopping, and usually initially that's very cheap, but in Hawaii hostels are expensive as fuck. Again, if you're in the mainland or something like that, or like in America where I'm from, hostels are initially very cheap. Depending on where you're at, hostels are pretty high in Cali too. It's like $40 to $60 a night, and that's like a hotel price to me. But if you go to like Miami South Beach, it's like $25 a night. You can find very cheap hostels. But that was something I was really disappointed in Hawaii, and there's not many hostels in Maui specifically. So that was kind of a letdown because I wanted to work in the hostel there, but maybe it wasn't for me to do that as I initially planned. If you go through Workaway, there is a lot of farming opportunities, but a lot of them are really packed. A lot of them you have to get to them ahead of time, months and months ahead of time, or they are opening closer to summertime because everybody wants to come to Hawaii. So accommodation that way is pretty short-handed. Everything is about timing when it comes to like workaway situations. But obviously you want to try because you never know what openings people will have. But overall, it was pretty expensive. As far as hostel hopping, I feel like my money could have went further somewhere else. Basically, like in South Beach, Miami is really expensive, but if I took the amount I had in Hawaii and went there, I could have lasted probably almost a month, I feel like, just because how cheap the hostel there would be. But yeah, that's my little experience, hostel hopping. Otherwise, like there was a lot of cool things that you can save money on if you go through hostels. Basically, they do like free road trips to Hana, which is like basically seeing like half the whole island. There's perks like that. After a while, it seems very. I did hop from city to city, kind of. I went to Paea, Lahaina, Wailuku, different places like that. So I got to see a good bit of places, but after a while, I was just like, oh, I'm out because it was like very limiting. But I kind of wish that I knew beforehand because someone kind of got me. It seemed like a deal at the time where I could stay in a hostel for a week for $200. But then now that I think about it, after a week, I was just like, why am I still here? Because I'm very a wanderlust person. I own the fact that I'm a free spirit and that I need to get around or I'll become depressed and very needing to move. So if I would have realized that, I would have saved my money on that. But yeah, that's my little highlight of my trip or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed that little insight. If you have any more questions, I will be glad to answer them for you. Again, follow me on Instagram, Oshun_the_great, because I'm mostly on there. But my email is also oshunthegreat24@gmail.com, which I will put below. But yeah, check out the rest of my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed and peace.